It's known as panda diplomacy, the Chinese practice of leasing pandas to countries around the world as a symbol of good relations. Australia's lease on 2 giant pandas, though, will end next year. And as Monique van der Hayden reports, we're not the only country who could be saying goodbye to our big furry friends.
Always wowing crowds with their aerobatic skills, Wang Wang and Funi have become icons of the Adelaide Zoo. Losing them would be unbearable for some.
We've been here 6 times this year already, Bells and I. So yeah, we love seeing the pandas.
I love pandas. The pandas were really cute.
We'll be very sad to see him go, seeing it's the first and only time I'll be seeing him.
Used as a geopolitical tool by China, the giant panda is often gifted to build relationships with nations across the globe. But China has begun to recall many pandas from the West, and it's likely none will call the US home by the end of 2024.
We know that we have effectively an agreement where we have Funi and Wang Wang, which will see them here for 15 years. And at that time, it's up to, I guess, the discretion of the Chinese government as to whether that continues.
Australia's lease with the playful duo will expire in November next year, but Adelaide Zoo is confident their future is secure.
Earlier this year in July, we received a visit from 2 delegates from China that came out just to do a check on our giant pandas to make sure that everything was okay. And what I can say is we got really positive reviews from that visit, which is really encouraging. From a China perspective, they've been really clear that conversations will start early in the new year. And this is really consistent with what we saw when we negotiated our initial extension back in 2019.
Dr Ainsley is hopeful the pair will stay, or there'll be a changing of the guard.
The other option is that if we were able to keep giant pandas, is as to whether we're able to negotiate for some different pandas. And that'll definitely be part of the conversation, that we'll have discussions about what is best for the global panda program. And that might be that our 2 pandas remain here with us at Adelaide Zoo for a longer period. And if that's what's negotiated, we'll be really happy to see that, just to keep Funi and Wang Wang and continue their journey.
Wang Wang and Funi first arrived at Adelaide Zoo in 2009 as part of a global conservation program to protect the then endangered species. The plan was always to have the pitter-patter of little paws join the pair. But when it comes to the birds and the bees for pandas, it's not so black and white.
Unfortunately for giant pandas, they have evolutionarily had a really challenging reproductive system. So once a year, the female giant panda comes into estrus, and she has a window of less than 36 hours in which to fall pregnant.
Even without the cuteness of panda cubs, they have been a draw card for the Adelaide Zoo. Visitation almost doubled from 250,000 to just under 500,000 people annually after their arrival. The extra foot traffic helping to fund conservation efforts across the state.
We're a not-for-profit organisation, so we're not a government zoo, so we rely on visitors coming in. So in terms of income that's earned from visitors coming to the zoo, that's spread across both our sites and to support all of our conservation programs as well. So that's a really important part for us. So definitely the more visitors that come through to the zoo, that allows us to continue with our amazing work that we do, not only within South Australia, but across the globe, working with a range of threatened species.
The future of SA's beloved pandas should be decided by mid-next year. Monique van der Hayden, Sky News Adelaide.